Hi, folks. Welcome to Curtis Goes Corner. No BS here, just straight commentary. Please like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, welcome back to Curtis Goes Corner. I was going to call it a day, record and edit my last episode, and I saw this on Fox, from Fox News. CNN host Chris Cuomo gets ripped for joking he is black on the inside. The comment fell in an awkward exchange with his fellow host, who is Don Lemon. As Tucker Carlson so eloquently puts it, Don Lemon. You know, I've been trying to tell you guys for a long time, the Democrats, the new Democrats, are the real racists. Let's read on. CNN's Chris Cuomo is getting ripped for being effing offensive after joking that he is black on the inside. The 50-year-old brother of embattled New York Governor Andrew Cuomo was quickly roasted after a clip was shared Friday showing him hand over to CNN colleague Don Lemon by singing the theme to the 1970s TV show Good Times. Oddly enough, if I remember correctly, I believe the gentleman's name is Jimmy Walker, played that character in Good Times, and he's a conservative guy. Laughing awkwardly with his eyes lowered, Lemon asked his fellow host how he knew the words to the series about a black family living in a public housing project in Chicago. That's his question? That's his question. Now, I get the fact he can't rip him on live cable news when they go from Chris Cuomo to Don Lemon's show. I get that part. They both work for CNN. He can't rip him on the air like that. But he could have talked to him later. I'm sure he has his phone number. And say, hey, Chris, what the F are you doing? The hell's wrong with you? These people are entitled, elitist morons. They have absolutely no self-awareness. And that in itself is not the end of the world. There's a lot of people like that. But here's the problem. The problem is Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon and many others on CNN have been pounding conservatives and Donald Trump for 5 years about what he says and what he does. How he has 2 scoops of ice cream and how he's overweight and blah, 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 blah. And how he's a racist and he hates Mexicans and he hates black people and he hates this and he hates that. He's into voter suppression and he's BS. I like to say the real words I want to say, but right now I'm in YouTube jail for getting a warning on a Time magazine article, which I should have appealed, but I got PO'd and deleted it. So now I've got a warning on my channel. It's incredible to me. Laughing awkwardly with his eyes lowered. I'll read this again. Lemon asked his fellow host how he knew the words to the series. That's all he could think of off the cuff. And of course, Cuomo, being the idiot that he is, says, you know, I'm black on the inside. I'm telling you guys, these guys are the real racists. These guys are the real racists. While Lemon appeared to skip the comment, it was quickly picked up on the Twitterverse. It's effing offensive, tweeted Sister to Sister magazine managing editor I try to put the young lady's name, Ashia Staggers, who said, black is not a costume. Yeah, no kidding. Of course, we had the Virginia governor in blackface or a Klan hood. They couldn't figure out which one. And that goes, and what do we get from those guys about that? Crickets. What do we get when these guys say incredibly offensive, racist comments? We get crickets. Many commentators compare Cuomo to his political brother, who has faced repeated calls to resign amid sexual harassment allegations, with anyone asking if they were competing for a STS Cuomo. You get what that's supposed to mean. That's the part that's outrageous, too. He's asked to resign because of sexual harassment charges, not the fact that his policies killed almost 15,000 of his citizens in the state of New York. They're PO'd about the fact that he acted like a jerk and hit on some women, some that worked for him and some that didn't, or worked with him and some that didn't. Unbelievable. That's why they're mad. The Me Too stuff is more important than killing human beings. It's amazing to me. You know, I wasn't going to do another episode, and I saw this, and I flipped. Another Ripper TV host as a spoiled, entitled guy raised in money and privilege who was only on TV because of his surname. Bing, 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 bing. You hit it. They think they're entitled to everything, and these are the people, not Chris Cuomo, of course, directly, but he's certainly helping the new Democrat Party of progressives and leftists. He might as well be, because what's happening now is media and the new Democrat Party are dovetailed together. In what countries does the media and a political party that's in power are the same person? Only in third world countries, in communist countries, and dictatorships. People should be outraged just with the media siding with one political party. But what you get is, and if you speak out in platforms like YouTube here, you're the monster and you're censored. This is nuts. These people, you know, they can act the way they want. You want to be an ass, that's fine. You want to hit on women at a wedding reception, act like an old creep, you know, creepy guy. All right, you know what? That's your prerogative, I guess. But these people are in charge. But they're taking the country down with us, with them. Well, they'll be fine. Don't you remember when Chris faked his COVID-19? Remember, he appeared out of the basement like it was coming out of King Tut's tomb. Let's read on. Reverend Mary Adante said, had to turn off the television because I'm not here for that nonsense. Yeah, she was being kind. Of course, she is a reverend. CNN needs to have some sensitivity training when they're on their personality, she tweeted. No, not at all. You only demand it for people you disagree with politically. They're all the racists. I mean, there's deflection, but my God. Hypocrisy and deflection now, it has no meaning anymore. No meaning. No meaning at all. The double standard is another phrase that has no meaning anymore. They've taken this at such a level that I don't even think there's a word to describe it, or my vocabulary isn't broad enough to describe it. I'm not sure. Always insist the exchange was hilarious and not worthy of anger it sparked. Yeah, you know what? That's true. Normally it would be. Say 10, 15 years ago, maybe even 5. Yeah, it's a joke. A crappy one maybe, but just a joke nonetheless. That's not the point. The point is these morons call everybody else names. It's been done to me here locally in upstate New York. Ruined my business because I turned from a Democrat to Republican as a former city council member. So now I'm the criminal. You need to X people out of society, destroy their businesses, ruin their lives. But meanwhile, they can say these things and do what they want. It's ridiculous. It's evil. That's why normally it would just be a joke, a bad one, and nobody would pay any attention. But these guys sit on their high horse, looking down on everybody else, telling them how to act and what to say. That's why it's outrageous. Others, meanwhile, joked that commentators were misreading what he meant by being black on the inside. Maybe his heart, somebody joked. That's the problem. They sit on their high horse and don't do as I do, do as I say. And meanwhile, they ruin people's lives. And even worse, they're tearing the country down. We're this racist, crappy place. And that's why millions of people are trying to get here. You idiots. When are they going to wake up? This is the one thing I have to say about Donald Trump. Whether you hate the guy's guts or love him, I happen to be a Trump supporter. I'd vote for him tomorrow if I could. Maybe he brought out what these people are really like, and maybe finally, the 10% in the middle of the American people are going to go, what? And finally wake up that social media and the Democrat Party are now the same entity. You're not getting news anymore. You're getting the DNC's propaganda. Now, I'll tell you the truth, honestly. If 90% of the mainstream media, I know you're going to say, well, John Fox is with the RNC and Republicans and they spout. Yeah, they're a little bit biased. Not a lot. Not as bad as CNN or MSNBC and the rest. Yeah, they got their bias. Tucker Carlson's my man. He goes after everybody that acts like a jerk or says or does something stupid or has a lousy policy that hurts people. Yeah, there's Sean Hannity. He's very biased, but he makes no bounds about the fact. These idiots are extremely biased, and they pretend like they're news people. Can you imagine? I'm old enough to remember Walter Cronkite. Can you imagine if he said that on the air? Or even Dan Rather, who had to leave in disgrace. It's unbelievable. It's not the little tiny thing he said, the crappy joke. It's the fact that he ruins people's lives by saying things much less than that. Destroys businesses, destroys lives. Cancels people. And sits on his high horse and just laughs about it. Like he's the king. And I'll do whatever I want. And I tell you what to do, but I get to do whatever I want. I get to destroy people I don't like just for fun and just for money. Am I overreacting? Maybe. But enough's enough. Enough is enough. What are these creeps going to be taken off the air? I heard CNN is still for sale for AT&T. Well, they just lost about $50 million in worth just for this. When are these morons going to wake up? They don't know what to do now. Trump is gone. They don't know what to do because the orange man is gone. And then the real thoughts in their heart and in their minds come out. These people are elitist. I'm gonna end the episode here because I'm so PO'd. I'm just so sick of these people born with a silver spoon in their mouth and just look down on the rest of us like we're dirt, especially conservative people. I was going to quit this channel after I got a warning from YouTube, but I decided, you'll see my episode just prior to this, where I decided to fight back. Enough's enough. We're tired of getting crapped on by these people. I'm not talking about the Fox News anchors. I'm talking about the everyday average conservative and Republicans in this country that over almost 50 million voted for Donald Trump. We're tired of being crapped on, while meanwhile these morons do this. Wake up, people. Wake up, the normal Democrats that are left. When these people are exercised, I guess, because we'll use an exorcism analogy. When these people are exercised from our media, maybe only maybe then we can have free speech in real news. And until next time, folks, goodbye and good luck.